Have you ever failed or scared of failing or absolutely hate failing? Then this video is for you. Hello and welcome to another video. Hold on a minute, rewind. Hello and welcome to another video, my lovely people. I thought I'll mention that because you guys have been amazing. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you very much for liking them, sharing them and commenting on them. Anyway, big topic today, fear of failure. One of the core driving factors of today's society. Fear of failure might be one of the only things that's holding you from achieving your dreams. So why do we fear failure so much? Because it takes over your motivation and your desire to succeed. It just puts you back to square one. When the fear of failure strikes your heart, you start doubting yourself, you start believing negative things, and that will drive you straight back to where you started. In essence, most of the negative thoughts have that power or positive thoughts, okay? On a day-to-day life, most of the positive thoughts that we get are suppressed or pushed down or overtaken by negative thoughts. See, one of the perks of being married to a psychologist, I get to find out the facts. But the good thing is, I get to share with you. I have the perfect example that I came up with. I didn't ask my wife about this example, okay? So you can quote me on this. Imagine you're a violin player or violinist or a person who plays the violin and you're about to perform your first ever biggest concert in your life. You practice the violin, you know what songs you're gonna play, you have the notes in front of you, and you've practiced many times. And about 10 people have come up to you and said, oh, you're really good at what you're doing, so carry on. But imagine that one person that comes to you and say, you're not that good at playing the violin, are you? I've heard you play before, but you're not that good. I don't know if you can do this. That's all you need to start panicking and having performance anxiety and having a mental and a physical breakdown that you can't do this. And you start really doubting yourself, start having those negative emotions. But why is it that one person or that one negative thought can have so much impact on all the other positive thoughts you've had up to that point? We don't do new things, we don't try new things, or we don't learn new things just because of that fear of failure, of the unknown fact that are we gonna make it or are we gonna do it? Doesn't matter how much self-confidence you have, you won't do it because you're scared of failing. I think failure is glorified these days. Everyone's talking about succeeding, success, making money, doing this, doing that. What makes it so glorified is these few things. And if you understand these things, I think it will make your life so much easier moving forward, moving towards your goal. I really want to know what you think about this topic. So add the comment in the comment section below. And whilst you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon next to it so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. Number one, first thing you do is start procrastinating. You stop paying attention to the main task at hand and you start doing all the other things instead of the thing that get one step closer to your success. So you'll start procrastinating. That's one of the main things that happens when fear of failure strikes your heart. Second thing that happens is you start spending a lot of time doing things that don't matter as much, which goes hand in hand with procrastination. But you start spending a lot of time doing small things that don't matter than spending majority of the time doing the thing that will drive you forward. That also happens because you fear failure. Third thing is the physical symptoms. You start getting headaches, stomach aches, or whatever physical pain that you'll get because your mind starts believing that you have these things, so you don't complete the task that you need to complete. In other words, you'll have an excuse when you fail. Point number 4, you start telling other people that you don't have high expectations of yourself to complete this task or to succeed or successfully complete this task. The reason why we do this is because we prepare other people in case we fail. Do their opinion really matter in the first place anyway? If you fail or you succeed, it doesn't really matter. I've done a whole video about this topic alone, so please feel free to go back and have a look at it. Point number 5, failing can have a really big impact on your self-confidence and how much value you give yourself as a person. That's interesting, isn't it? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't it be how much of a confidence boost you get when you actually achieve your target or when you actually achieve what you set out to achieve? Point number 6, We fear failure so much because we might think other people will lose interest in us if we fail. Well, if you think about it, people that are genuinely interested in you will still support you even if you fail. So think about this one very carefully. Who's around you? Who's your support network? Who are the people that are interested in you? Because if they really cared, they will still be there for you when you fail. So be mindful of who you're trying to impress, because that might not be the right crowd. Point number 7. Failure might actually raise questions about what you desire, what you desire to achieve. Is it really worth going for this, having failed this many times? Having said that, if you really wanted what you want, failure wouldn't be an obstacle. You keep going for it. You fail 1,000 times, you'll still have belief in yourself and you keep going for it. All of the things I mentioned before are things that we do to prepare ourselves for failure, or to prepare ourselves for the thought of failing. But what can we do differently to change these thoughts? It might be simpler than you think. It depends on how much your desire to succeed is, how much you want success, how much you want to succeed, or how much you want to achieve your goal. What does it mean to you? Once you understand this, I think breaking down or overcoming fear of failure becomes such a simple thing. You also need to make some behavioral and attitude changes. How much glory do you give failure? Can you change that fear of failure into a strength rather than a weakness? I found this example whilst watching Kevin Hart's documentary on Netflix. It goes through his family life, history, and how he became a comedian, and how hard he works to maintain the level that he's at. In the documentary, he highlights the fact that the reason why he works so hard is because he knows what it's like to be broke, and he knows what it's like to go from failure to failure and have no hope of succeeding. So what he's saying is that whilst the success is lasting and whilst the momentum is there for making money and succeeding, he's going to build up on it and work extra hard so he keeps that momentum, so he doesn't have to think about failure or think about being broke ever again. So he's turned fear of failure and fear of being broke into an advantage, and he's amplified that many times, and he's integrated that into his work ethic. So he works extra hard to keep away from it. So all you have to do is be aware of failure and be aware of the consequences it might have on you if you were to fail. But you don't have to give it all that power, that unnecessary power. It takes over your hunger to succeed or your desire to succeed. Another thing that you can do is focus on the things that are in your control and forget about the things that are not in your control. Having said that, if there are things that you can take control of in that group of things that you can't control, please feel free to do so. But I'm going to share with you a few things that are actually in your control and you can take control of very easily. First thing is time management. You can manage time. It's your time and no one else can manage it for you, only you can. So time management is something that's in your control. Learning new things and expanding your knowledge is something that's also in your control. Only you can do it and only you'll benefit from it. So start reading and start going into subjects that you haven't explored before. It will help you to overcome that fear of failure. Expand your social circle. If you see valuable people or if you see people that can add value to your life in your friends' social circle, then reach out to those people and bring them into your social circle so you have that support network around you that can help you to get to where you want to get to. Another thing you can do is find a mentor, a person that has made the mistakes already and is happy to point them out to you. I think that will make a huge difference when it comes to succeeding in life or overcoming the fear of failure, because they'll be able to pinpoint and show you the right direction. If you go off track, they'll be able to drag you back on and put you on the right track. So finding a mentor is also as important. Another thing that will help you to overcome the fear of failure is recalling things that you have achieved. Look at a time when you achieved something or when you succeeded at something. That will actually help you to overcome the fear of failure, because you'll start thinking, oh, there were all these factors that could have failed me, but I still achieved it. So I think that's as important. Also, another very important thing that you can do is look back at your failures, look back at your past mistakes and evaluate them, analyze them, decode them, do whatever you got to do to see where you went wrong. I think that will help you to overcome the fear of failure very easily, because you won't be making the same mistakes again, because you'll know exactly where you made the mistake and how not to make it happen again. So evaluating your past mistakes and failures is another way of getting rid of fear of failure. Also, fear of failure is an ongoing assessment. There might be things that you didn't really consider to be fear factors before, but now they are fear factors. There might be things that you're scared of now, but in the future they might change. So you have to constantly evaluate, constantly analyze what is it that you think you're going to fail and overcome that. You can only do that by owning the fear that you have and analyzing and evaluating it, and also focusing on your strengths. Make your strengths so strong that it will overcome the fear of failure. And remember this, guys, failures are temporary, but the winning feeling lasts forever. So focus on succeeding rather than failing, and that will help you to achieve your dreams and goals. So that's it for today, guys. Hope this topic helped and it put you one step closer to your dream than you were yesterday. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. Like and share this video with your family and friends so they know what I'm talking about. Also, I really want to know what you're thinking. Add a comment in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching this, guys. I'll see you next time. Ciao.